Today, I am going to talk about the recent rumors evolving around the 2022 NASCAR Cup Series silly season. On Twitter lately, there have been lots of rumors coming and going, but I'm here to talk about it today, so let's get started.
Ryan Priest, and you're watching William Blackwell on YouTube.
There have been many rumors going around lately on Twitter, evolving around the 2022 season, silly season if you will. But earlier this week on the DBC podcast, TJ Majors, spotter for the 22 car, hinted that he knew who was going to drive the 21 car for the 2022 season, and it was not going to be Matt DiBenedetto or Austin Cindric. And that made us fans question or speculated, who could this really be driving the 21 car next year? But shortly after us fans got on Twitter and started hinting at it, they dropped us a big hint, and it was that the driver that is driving that car next year made an appearance on their podcast this year. And a short list of drivers here would be, I think it was Corey LaJoie, Tyler Reddick, and Harrison Burton. Harrison Burton out of the bunch was pretty much a long shot. He's a Toyota driver, but he was the one they nabbed for the 21 car for the 2022 season. So Burton in the 21 car, the DiBenedetto out. And at the same moment happening, Brad Keselowski, him and Team Penske announced that they're parting ways at the conclusion of the 2021 season. And that meant the 2 car was open. But with Cindric not getting the 21 ride for next year, which he already had a contract signed, that will be voided as he goes to drive the 2 car for the 2022 season. So Harrison Burton in the 21, Matt DiBenedetto out. Let's see here, Brad Keselowski out of the 2 car, and Austin Cindric now in the 2 car. So 2 drivers in, 2 drivers out. But for Brad Keselowski, right now, it is pretty obvious that he will go to Roush Fenway to race the 6 car next year as a team driver and a team part owner. So Keselowski has nothing to worry about here. But the DiBenedetto is left on the street, and I will get to in a minute. But let's go to Kevin Harvick. Kevin Harvick right now is driving for Stewart-Haas Racing. And there have been lots of rumors going out there around Kevin Harvick. Does he retire and join the Fox booth, which I think he'll make a great commentator. But I think that's a long shot here. But does he stay at Stewart-Haas Racing? I'm not too sure. They're getting younger, and I just don't see him staying around much longer. Remember RCR a couple of years back? He raced for them. He got frustrated when they started bringing up all these youngins. So the same might happen here for Stewart-Haas Racing, but time will tell. But some rumors going around are like he would lead the 4 car and go to the booth, or he will lead the 4 car and become an owner or a part owner of JTG Daugherty Racing. And both of those sort of make sense, but man, I just don't see him going anywhere anytime soon. He does have a contract for 2022, but in the world of sports and all that going on, a contract can be easily voided and bought out. So you really can't say never ever, but there's a slight chance that Harvick leaves, but I highly doubt it. But back to DiBenedetto. The DiBenedetto is now left out a ride, and his only option were to be going to Stewart-Haas Racing, with Harvick more than likely staying. That's pretty much a 0% chance at this point in time. So a cup ride for a top team for the DiBenedetto is pretty much a long shot at this point in time. And now you start to looking at things. Do you go part-time and race for the Cup team and part-time in the Truck Series and Xfinity Series? Or do you go down a series and race full-time in the Xfinity Series? And there are a lot of options here on the table for the DiBenedetto. The DiBenedetto raced in the Xfinity Series many years ago for Joe Gibbs Racing. Could he have reunite with them? I highly doubt that will happen, but you never know. The 20 car has an open seat next year. Or does he go to Team Penske and drive the 22 car? Which that will make a lot of sense here too. Roger Penske really likes the DiBenedetto. He thinks he's a great driver and he has a strong work ethic, which he does. And I think it'll be good to see him in a 22 Xfinity car trying to prove himself that he's capable of winning a race or two. And The 22 car is more than likely the best destination for him. And I also look at the Stewart-Haas car in the Xfinity Series. Riley Herbst is driving that, but he's underperforming and not looking too good as it comes to points. But he does have sponsorship, so I think the 98 car is off limits. But the DiBenedetto, in my opinion, will go to the 22 Xfinity car. But we talked about Harrison Burton, Austin Cindric, Brad Keselowski, Kevin Harvick, and Matt DiBenedetto. But there is one driver that we're leaving out, and that would be Ryan Newman. Ryan Newman, there are no rumors going around about him at this point in time. For what I know, his options are very little. I know JTG Daugherty Racing is one of his options, but there's a lot of things that be going on here in these next couple of weeks as contracts start to become signed and official. But stay tuned for more silly season news. But that's it for today's episode. Please like and subscribe, and go check out Winning Bets, JB Racing News Reviews, and Righteous Redneck. Peace.